na assembly dia awe ho na ye February 8 a Friday no na akwaya se na abo no watwe na abo exactly 8 p.m. and now moba and na sa debonyefo we
and next 3 days and next can say almost 3 days down for Stephen Kwaku or Kwaku Threaten o station o Kwaku Threaten o mutimoto so ya ambushi wo yaku bako
between 25th of December and today.
Police Administration IGP Yura Christian Tete Yowonu Ebo dia ni abo mu ase de ni de nyina ama oba masabo wani mu biu IGP ena me ba ya me ba ma police fo nyina IGP me ye sure say wakache mate say eye ya damfo Stephen Kwaku ya boni tuo e wozebila area mu Mr. IGP me ye sure say wa ni tua abusia ena me ba ha sema me pese me kan nyina ne say enkosi da ban enna eye Ghana Police Administration ebetimi afa omo personals safety ehun ahia omo ene police ni nam Ghana etuo sign police ni ho adane fashion etuo sign police no body armor esese ye de ma police ni impo no ebi ni no ho na police ni na tiska obo heda police ni aye Jacob na waye ni nyina ba 80 to 90% eye ono ani sika enti police ni begina kwa ho a just wo je bribe no no ade providing accoutrement IGP yebusawo ene ye nuanu mu akọ boko a o mawu 3 weeks ago ye bobi tuo body trim ene 3 days ene ka ho say almost 3 days down for Stephen Kwaku o Kwaku Threaten o station o mo Kwaku Threaten o mutimoto so ya ambushi wo yaku bako IGP yebusa say enti ye nuan ya wawi enti ye ntimi nya biebi ma aye police fo a ene police ni wawi se ne yire bedidi send the baby school so ma me be day ni immediate family atwa ne ho ahia busia yebusa say enkosi da ban e na Ghana ebetimi atwa ye ni ahwe the security sectors no the personal some ye Ghana fo and the politician namwa na ohye batakari na bulletproof hyenum na police atwa ne ho nyina ahia police ni na obo man ho ban no onhye bulletproof etu okura no wa be ye target yo nu IGP wadaruma ebo edia ne abo mu ase yesrawo yemrantie ne bre Ghana police for omo bro Ghana police na bo oman no ho ban internally and so police ni na wonam no okoban duty etuokura no bulletproof on shebi helmet on shebi ye defense on shebi eye pro on shebi just on wade ne sika koto side arm mpo ebi nkura no ni amani tuo ten etimna police ni be react na too late police ni kwa duty koko process ya ni aka kire police ni ne se ono ankonko pani sika enkwhwe ne ho no hwe ne ho wi a wababa be klemu abusua yebusa se so ye kwadwo oba na wura police ni mu a obe da kwa kwhwe ho na nkampese wababa be klemu na se wo be klemu nso a 5-6 months na maye na hono no so ya ma process na so complex IGP yebusa wo politicians here omo appointee we IGP se bra be hwe emrantie a e boga na ho ban no ye ani maba wa omo boga na ho ban yebusa se IGP sa politicians no sa no mutimu an IGP yesra mo wate momfa mrantie no enkam ho se busa ho se IGP se ye wo faase ene ya bani tuo sesi ya e de na mo be ye eno anse ye hwe rank ne akase koto funa da kama ne aba ne abusua ba be tena se no no se nkura be ko school ene edru se Ghana man no etimi hwe se Ghana police service soja ni obi on security sector ni mu so be pra on duty so be wu on duty. It is high time the government introduce something like a compensation scheme. I bet me aboa soja for aboa police for aboa fire service for aboa prisons officers abutua eya Ghana bet me aye obi ka tira se Ghana wontimi fa Ghana ntutu UK ho a mese wo boa obi ka tira se wontimi fa Ghana ntutu US mese wo so boa UK omu ni hwe ba bia police for beda na pela ebeda rent allowance ema IGP odaruma wate Edi adi ni ebusa se wo be free so as IGP. Ye wo last term wo ko pension. Onu abusuafo akwetena se din. Ye ebusa se IGP, what legacy are you going to leave? Is it about promotions only? No. It is about the generation. Let us be generational thinkers. Let us not live by the words of the politician, because you are not there for the politician. You are there for the ordinary Ghanaian citizen who is protecting the motherland Ghana. IGP, what what legacy are you leaving? IGP, it is high time you are calling for Ghana Police compensation scheme. They need certain compensation. They need accoutrement. They need things to protect themselves. And then many workers are tamale. Police barrier free because the police service is not able to provide the necessary safety and accoutrement for their personnel to protect the nation of my Ghana.
Oba Upper East Haseya security for ya attack or ya kuamo. Ya dia man of home no soa. Obia re hu ye pa se na ye ya sa asem we ekosi ya no
ya na enye de se obi ahya atade so okọ adwuma na wama enkanka se okobo ne yonko ho ban ono obi safety kura no se ono ni safety.
Yes, ohene oba enclave ha say ya most of the police barriers no unim se wale omo wale so omo sorry ho no mo a omo ku police ni bi North East region some last month nti ebetimi akase na yes omo barriers omo mount e wo kwan no so nyina no police for ne vacate here nti eno no so oba Zebila Bawku West say ya free Zebila airport Bolaga no between Zebila and then Bolaga ya wa baby I friend the Tili forest. There is a forest temo hono na upri bako na wo na ufiri Zebila ko Bolaga utimi kan police for barriers be se 3-4 ansana waduru nenso make say police barriers no omayiyi no wo hono ufiri Zebila na ko Bolaga o approaching Angodia and ya wo post back last week a hono moko board driver no ene ne mate ni tuo no akoromfo yai ya link sa de boyefo we nti betimi akase area ha de a police for no omo na ma no wo fom yiye na because of attacks on security no ayese debre no omayi omo e de omo kokam nti ya besra aban ne se do ade ekoso no de nye obia na efo aso nenso nkomuti me biso apa nke be ya yipa ohene etumre bi na ya transfer security for no na to omo ba so no omo kuri boko ha se ya ya na almost kaja mayi pa
chese omo free esirem akọ ayi ba foforo na omani age
yes omani age ubi se bia omo se na mukuro yi de ya samketwa
yo
nti ya say security ni wo ha se na ya kasa one stand kwa na ya relief man
asemu kayo kwa na wani age so na ukuro me asamketo nyame amadu am ekomi na rade ase
na se omo na wo so omo ba omo ho ba nti mukutatu na se mo ko na ya modede ya ka ye ni taya ye debe kum
ano ita wonu besagumuti
gete de seguyeti
enko sida ben IGP President Mahama Vice President Mahama ti ebusa mu se ade Vice President Nana Jane ade na mu live aja oman no enko sida be Ghana for me enso de o je ni betimi akasa ma the ordinary people ne protect your mind. Police for to mean kasa into police no be jina just obeje bribe no they akotɔ ne bulletproof or they akotɔ ne jacob ho niema Ghana for mommy en kambo mwate. Let us be the voice for the voiceless, the people who are sacrificing their life for the nation of my Ghana. Me no kasa sesi abusia so man bia ya Ghana betimi ayo so man bia ya bi ka kire se Ghana entimi nya me sisi nipa ne hu.
Honorable members of this house, I rise to bring to the urgent attention of this House a persistent security challenge that threatens the stability of the Bawku enclave in the Northeast region. Mr. Speaker, I refer to the recurrent pattern of unexplained disappearance within the Muntaka territory, a situation that requires immediate state intervention. Mr. Speaker, on Sunday, 25th January 2026, community stakeholders and the National Association of Bimoba, Moba, and Gruma reported the disappearance of yet another citizen in Nakwanduri. This recent incident is not an isolated event, but part of a documented trajectory. Records indicate that about 7 people have been missing since 2001 to 2026. Mr. Speaker, the absence of conclusive investigations into these cases has created a climate of uncertainty for the families involved. The lack of closure is a source of profound distress to the people of Nakwanduri.
Today, we are only talking about Bunkurugu. I'm sure in several other constituencies we have reported cases. It's not a suggestion of wider insecurity in the country, Mr. Speaker, but there are isolated cases that I think we have to advert our minds to address it. So, Mr. Speaker, I will join my colleague to call on the minister responsible for Interior, especially the agency, the Ghana Police Service, or the service under him, to treat these cases and to resurrect the court cases unit, Mr. Speaker. Little is heard about that. In other jurisdictions, you have cases that have been, called for the past 20 years, especially in the USA, but diligent investigation will lead to unraveling the circumstances surrounding those particular cases. Mr. Speaker, I think that if there's a need for parliamentary support for that particular unit so that we can bring finality. We know the law is common that for a person to be declared dead, the person should have been missing for 7 years and there will be diligence set. Without diligence said, Mr. Speaker, you cannot declare the person dead. So it means that of all the cases we have had in the past of missing cases, until such time we intensify search for these people and we are not able to get them, we can't declare them as dead, even though 7 or more years would have passed. So, Mr. Speaker, I will want to join my colleague and I want to thank you once again for the opportunity and to say that we have to do something to solving the misery of our people. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, I'm worried about the facts that I have found itself in the statement. Well, Mr. Speaker, I can say on authority that my colleague, the MP for Nakwanduri, was met by the regional police commander, and he told him it is only one case that has been reported. But he still insisted and came and said 7 have been missing. Because you see, police don't work in isolation. If something happens and you don't report to police, they will never be able to know. You don't expect them to be, with a greater respect, magicians or superhuman. So I'll be very grateful if my colleague will try to liaise with the police, because the most important thing for us as MP is to be able to deal with the challenges that are in your constituency. If you position yourself to be seen to be antagonistic towards the security people in your constituency, it find very difficult for you to cooperate with you or to tend to even give you information, because they then believe that they will give you information that you go and distort it. But that notwithstanding, Mr. Speaker, on this particular instance, we went to court, got the court permission to go through the gentleman's call records. And unfortunately, for the 3 days before the incident, all the calls that he had is with their family members in his own home. So the investigation is still on, and I want to assure my colleague that we will continue to work hand in hand with the community and the family to be able to unravel this. But we'll also be interested if he has records of any other person apart from the recent one. Please, they should come forward with it so that it can assist the security people, the security agencies to deal with it decisively. So, Speaker, I must admit that the challenges in that area is enormous. All of us are aware of the incidents for the past 1.5 years, the challenge that we've been having in Bawku and its environs. And Mr. Speaker, we do not have any extra police officers where you say that when something is happening, you just pull them like some countries will do. They call people that they call reserve. So it's the same police officers that we have. And at a point in time, we were all worried because we had to draw officers, even from northern region, to go and support that enclave. Mr. Speaker, when we had the opportunity to get these 50 armored vehicles, Mr. Speaker, majority of the armored cars are there. But, Mr. Speaker, the worrying thing is when the citizens are not willing to cooperate with the police to ensure peace in their area. For example, between 25th of December and today, the number of officers that have been shot and killed in that area is alarming. Just the day before yesterday, an officer was shot and killed. And it makes it very difficult when you want to send officers there. People even go and beg that they have to be transferred. I have instances where you sit in the office and officers resign that if you don't transfer me out of that area, then I'd rather resign and leave the service. Why? Because the citizens there themselves are not helpful. Community policing is started, it has to be started by the people themselves. You cannot go and impose it on them that we want to have police, what do you call it, community police here, and therefore we are appointing you and you and you. You are the community police. It's the citizens that come forward and say, look, we want to help you to keep the peace in our area, and we want you to facilitate that. Then you take them through training and show them what to do. In all this enclave, it's so difficult. They rather prefer to have their guns and their ammunition hidden in their homes and on their motorbikes and their vehicles to settle scores rather than trying to come forward to help maintain the peace in the area. To the extent that, Mr. Speaker, police officers that we put on the barrier, like checkpoints, people have courage to go openly and fire at them and kill them. Yes, in that area, to the extent that at the point that the IGP had to withdraw all police officers from checkpoints and had to insist that no, the answer is not to withdraw. We should rather be able to place them with armored vehicles. So when you create a situation where officers do not feel safe, and as MPs, we need to work with these security people so that we'll be able to create an enabling environment within that area so that the security people will be able to assist and help us. So I want to encourage my colleagues that, look, when the time comes and our own citizens, our own friends, our own family members, and constituents, somebody with a greater respect is posted to Nankwanduri. He comes to see the MP, say, I want to be transferred to Accra. And you see the MP putting pressure that, yes, transfer him. The rules are that you are supposed to spread even the little that you have thinly across the country. Now, everybody wants to be in the big city. Everyone is putting pressure. He wants the transfer. I want MPs to support us. When it comes and your own constituents come forward to tell you that they want to be transferred, encourage them to also stay where they are. Because if everybody moves to Kumasi, Accra, Takoradi, Sunyani, and the big cities, who will be there to provide security for the vulnerable ones in those disadvantaged communities? So I want to encourage my colleagues from that area to help by establishing this community policing. And I can assure you, we have a whole directorate at the police headquarters that deals with community policing. And will be swift in time to come in to assist. That assurance will give. I want the MP to try and keep the collaboration with the regional police commander so that this one that has been reported will be dealt with. And those that have not been reported, if the facts are there, please report them and we can assure you that we'll work at them. It's just too unfortunate that if any citizen has to lose his life or has to be kidnapped or has to go missing and we are not able to find that person swiftly. But I can assure you that, Mr. Speaker, and my colleagues that we'll work very hard with our own colleagues, MPs, to be able to unravel most of these difficult situations that we find ourselves. But, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank my colleague for trying to draw the attention of the country, and in particular, those of us who have the privilege to work within the security environment, some of the challenges that are in this constituency. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker.